Police investigating the death of a man in Great Yarmouth now believe he was murdered by two men who'd abused him as a child. Derick Tempest's body was found in April. Detectives suspect he was killed in a garage run by James Hall and Andrew Ventham. Louise Holmes is in our newsroom now. Louise.
Susie, this has been a very complicated investigation for police. It was back in October last year that Mr. Tempest disappeared after saying that he was going to the garage to get some money. Then a few days later, the bodies of Hall and Ventham were found inside. Now it's thought they died from carbon monoxide poisoning. What's become much clearer today is the reason behind these three deaths. An inquest heard how Derick Tempest had been sexually abused by the two men as a young boy. He was using that information to blackmail money from them in return for keeping quiet. Police now believe that they, because of that, murdered him, then killed themselves, and they've now closed the investigation into Mr. Tempest's death. His body was found in marshes just outside Great Yarmouth in April this year, and in passing a verdict of unlawful killing, Coroner William Armstrong said it had been a sad, sorry and sordid story that had unfolded here.
Louise, thank you very much.
A woman has been arrested on suspicion of murder after a man was hit by a car at Woodloke in Lowestoft last night. He was taken to hospital but died soon after.
One of the biggest changes to broadcasting for a generation is about to hit our region. Analogue TV signals have already been switched off across Wales and the southwest of England and have been replaced by a digital service. Next year it's our turn, and today we found out when.
Regional broadcasting has come a long way since the Tackleton transmitter in Norfolk began broadcasting back in 1955. In 1967 it was joined by the Sudbury transmitter in Suffolk. Today both broadcast 5 analogue TV channels, but not for much longer. Digital's taking over.
The analogue signal's going to be switched off in two distinct phases. Here at the Sudbury transmitter, which covers parts of Suffolk and Essex, BBC Two's analogue signal will be switched off on July the 6th. Now, 2 weeks later, all the other analogue channels, BBC One, ITV, Channel 4 and Channel 5, will follow suit. Whilst at the Tackleton transmitter, which covers Norfolk and parts of North Suffolk, BBC Two's analogue signal will switch off on November the 9th, with the other channels following suit on November the 23rd. Now, the reason they've split the two switchovers is because if you find yourself next year looking at a blank screen where BBC Two used to be, that means you've got 2 weeks to do something about it.
It's about fairness. Around 3/4 of us at the moment can get a Freeview signal, but a quarter can't. By the time we finish the whole switchover process, everybody that currently can get analogue television will have access to a whole range of digital television channels.
Today, Digit Owl, the national mascot for the switchover programme, came to Norwich to highlight the dates and help ensure none of us miss the boat.
And Clive is here with us now. You're going to be guiding us through the changes.
That's right, Susie. I think the key thing here is not to worry about this. Nothing's going to happen, switch off or switch over for at least 6 months, so plenty of time to sort this out. Now, between now and then, here on Lakenheath, we're going to be running a series of films which will help you make the transition from analogue to digital. And that should be as pain-free as possible, hopefully. In the meantime, any questions, you can contact the number on the screen below and have a poke around on the internet site that's there too.
Thank you very much, Clive.
An injunction preventing travellers from moving back onto land in Essex has been extended at the High Court. Earlier this month, 7 illegal pitches were cleared at Hovefield Drive near Wickford. In the High Court today, the council said there was a real risk the site could be reoccupied. Travellers will soon have to leave a site with 50 pitches at nearby Dale Farm. Now, RAF Lakenheath plays a vital role in Afghanistan, supporting British and American troops. In fact, 200 servicemen and women have just come home to Suffolk from another tour of duty.
But the base is also pretty crucial to the local economy. In the first of 2 special reports, Alex Dunlop looks at the power of the dollar on the home front.
Early morning rush hour at Main Gate 1. Hundreds of local British contractors clock in every day to work within RAF Lakenheath's perimeter.
I'm delivering bread.
You're delivering bread?
Yeah.
Do you come every day?
Every other day. What we're going to do today is take the surface of a car park up, and that's going to be relayed with asphalt.
Is it usually this busy?
It's usually busier than this on a Monday morning. It gets really hectic.
Mansell Construction have more than 200 workers on site, building 600 homes for American personnel who live on the base.
This project is a massive piece of business for our business in Swaffham, providing us with 40% of our annual sales for the last 6 years.
So the Americans really are a very big deal for you?
They really are, if I'm honest.
Last year, RAF Lakenheath and nearby RAF Mildenhall generated around £675 million for the local economy. More than £335 million went on construction and materials for both bases, indirectly accounting for more than 3,600 jobs.
They've prepared the aircraft for immediate launch.
But the man who commands the biggest American base in Britain says it shouldn't just be seen in economic terms.
We do bring about $1 billion into the local economy, but I think the relevance is much, much bigger than that. There's certainly a strategic partnership that the United States and the United Kingdom have shared for decades. I think maintaining that relationship is vitally important.
Certainly the feel of the base is overwhelmingly American. It's got this massive medical centre, at least 3 schools. There are loads of fast food outlets. You know, you really could be in the Midwest. And of course, the all-American mile. Have a look at this beef jerky for those who hanker for home. In fact, 95% of what is sold here comes direct from the States. And to buy it, you'll need a handful of this.
Good morning. Well, welcome to RAF Lakenheath and welcome.
But with hundreds of local full-time staff like Angelina Quimina, who helps new personnel settle in, let's not forget this is still a British base, hence RAF Lakenheath. F-15 pilot James Farrow and his pregnant wife Tiffany are among the 75% of US personnel who live outside the base. They hope to raise their baby in Cambridge.
There's a lot of opportunities to work here. I have my own photography studio, so that's been really great. It keeps me really busy.
It's an opportunity of a lifetime to live in a city with this kind of history, and it's a really fun city as well.
While Tiffany takes it easy on the ground, James has promised me an experience I'll never forget. Alex Dunlop, BBC Look East, Suffolk.
And that experience, flying with Alex in an F-15 in the skies over Lakenheath tomorrow.
Now, 5,000 Northampton fans have been heading north today for one of the biggest games in the club's history.
It's the Carling Cup, it's Liverpool,